messages coming in for a specific amount of people. And if you're seeing this is your lucky day because your angels have a message for you. Boy, do they do. Now, all day today, I've been having a lot of angel numbers come in. 333, 444 was a big one today. I woke up at 4:44 a.m. And then later today, when I was at work, I was checking the time and it was 4:44 p.m. So if you've been seeing those type of numbers, those are definitely for you. 1818 to be another repeat. I got the devil coming out for this collective. And yeah, so the devil for this collective, I feel this is going to be something that has been a shock to the system. So you've been dealing with a lot here. You felt as if you're, so there's temptation. This is from a meditation I had just before starting this. So I've got words like sensation, emirates. I didn't know how to spell that, so I just spelt it how I felt. Temptation. Again, so I've got the 444. Horizon, meditation, pinnacle. I also got an image of a shape of a dog. And then we got I'm living in a material world, the song by Madonna. And then I also got the image of ripples. You know, when you see raindrops falling on water and they ripple. And it was like that. The other thing when I was in this meditative state, which doesn't happen to me, I started getting tingly feelings on my right side of my face. Now, on this one here, I just drew it as if it's someone looking at you or you're looking at me. But yeah, I've got tingles on the right-hand side of my face. Now, I think for this one here, the biggest one I am going to focus on is the temptation and the material world, because those two are speaking real high for me. And I think there's a massive reason, because it feels as if maybe you're very materialistic. And if you're not materialistic, you could be possibly someone who holds on to a lot of things. You could be a hoarder or a collector of some sort. And, there's nothing wrong with collecting, but it does become a problem when you start hoarding. And it's why it's, considered an OCD disorder. Why are you holding on to this? What are you not releasing is what I'm getting here. And you need to release a lot of things here. It's giving a lot of energy that you're needing to release. And it might be why we're getting meditations coming in really strong. Okay, we got a couple coming out. So we've got the 3 of Hairs, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords. I'm gonna put this one to the side for a moment. Let's go to the 3 of Hairs. Now, the 3 of Hairs, for those who don't know, this one is all about your manifestations, bringing it in and everything. So this is usually that your manifestations will be coming in. Now, maybe you've been trying to bring in manifestations, bringing in money or bringing in a new career, a new house or something like that. This is giving the energy that you're thinking big and manifesting big here. But before you need to release something here. So this is feeling like hoarding, collecting, something like that. So you could be a collector. Maybe you collect designer handbags, or maybe you collect shoes or something. And it could be a case that you're hoarding. You've got a pair of sneakers that are, you can't wear them at all. You can't go out, you can't do anything with them, but you're so adamant of keeping them because you're like, it's part of my collection or it's a big part of me, but you need to release something then. What is the emotion you're not wanting to let go here? Yes, it could be happiness, but why are you holding on to that happiness when there's so much more coming up here? This is a reminder, the 10 of Cups here. It is a reminder that you deserve happiness, that you deserve all the things in life. You've got a beautiful little family here with the little babies running around, and everything's perfect, and they're happy, and they're very content with their life, and blessings after blessings keep coming in. But you're so stuck on this thing here. I was happy when I bought those shoes. I got a promotion at work. I got a new house. Things were going good. But in order to get the manifestations, if you're wanting a new house or you're wanting another promotion or whatever it is here, you need to let go and allow yourself to release it so you can get on it. And this is why you've got the Six of Swords, because you know you will be moving on to better things. And this is that reminder that you will get the things that you want, but you will need to let go and allow yourself to let go before you can do that. Now, the next thing that you want is to have a look at these. So we got the Quetzalcoatl, I butchered that name, and the Priestess of Time. The time has come. The time is to act now. Okay, so once you actually know what it is that you're holding on here, and I'm getting told right now that this is an absolute. I'm getting the ringing in the ears. This is good. This is exactly what you want to do. So the time to act now. Time to release what needs to be released. So if you are a hoarder or if you're a collector and you're holding on to something that's really ratty or something that is not serving you or is an old version of you and you keep holding on to it because it gives you that memory, let it go. Allow yourself to process, even if it's a case that you do some sort of goodbye for it and see it as a way of releasing what needs to be let go of here. Then you've got the hedgehog love. Positive, uplifting, new friends. So once we let out the old, we're letting in the new, and that comes with relationships as well. So I'm not saying this as a certain, because I was just going with the feelings, especially because I was getting the materialistic here. Oh, and I do love I got Horizon, because Horizon, Six of Cups is usually you're giving up, you're moving on to different things. Once you let go, so it could be relationships, it could be a relationship that you need to let go. Maybe you have held on to a past relationship where you have something, maybe they gave you a piece of jewelry or something, or it, I have actually heard this where they had a bin and they had it for years and years and years. And this bin, their ex and them had bought together. As soon as they chucked out that bin and got rid of it and got themselves a new bin, completely new bin, they felt a sigh of relief. So they released something within them, and it could have been the emotions that are attached to the bin, even though it's a case of it's just a bin, it's just an inanimate object, but everything holds energy. Every argument, every little thing that goes into our life, everything that you speak, you bring into existence. That's why when you have the negative thoughts of I'm poor, I can't, these things here, these are low frequency words they stop you from living your best life. When you're saying, I can't afford this, I can't do this, I can't, you're allowing yourself to say to the universe, I can't afford things. And the universe is like, you can't afford things. That's okay. And instead of you going, changing that I can't to how can I afford this? Or show me how I can afford this. How can I get more money? How can I be prosperous? How can I move ahead in life? How can I get that house? How can I show me how? And when you start getting that show me how, once you start getting that momentum moving, that is those manifestations. And these manifestations are going to come in quick. But I think it's just a lot of release here that you need to do. And you need to allow yourself to really release it because it's coming in. We had this one drop out of my hand. And then we've got this and this. So we've got the Alice in the Sea of Tears, cast away out of your depth, feeling abandoned. Alice here is reminding you that it's okay to be in that state of mind. It's okay when we are facing the unknown. So when it comes to the Six of Swords, it's a lot of the times we're going on to different things, but we're not sure what we're about to face. And I think that's a lot of the part of we're manifesting things, but we're also afraid of it. So it's whenever we interact with spirits or you see people when they interact with spirits and they're so scared because they're responding, oh, it's a ghost, and they're really scared and spirits like, do you want my help or do you not want my help? And they don't want to scare us, they don't want to harm us, they want to help us. Then you've got the Frog Princess, heed wise counsel and listen. You're going to be getting some information now. I don't think it's about these manifestations, but there is something where you need a real reality check and someone needs to just wake you up and allow you to wake up. It could be even about this hoarding here. Someone just goes, why do you hold on to this? Why do you do this? That is your sign from there. And this person, they're not coming in a case where they're wanting to be negative. They're wanting you to better yourself. So they might come across nagging even. It was, giving very much mother, maybe even wife energy, but you need to also make sure that you're listening. So they could be going, why do you do this? Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep holding on to these things? And they're saying and giving you that signs without you realizing from spirit. So for them, they might be just thinking, why do they even hold on to that? But spirit has advised them and spirit has made sure they're there because they're more boisterous than other people. Some other people might think it, going, why do you hold on to this old ratty pair of shoes that stink and looks like you've worn them for 20 years? But they wouldn't say anything. This person will say something. And these are the people that you want in your life because they're the people that will actually tell you what's up and they will give you that reality check. Next, you got butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness, and hope return. So you've got happiness again. You've got 10 of Cups energy coming in. And this hoarding, it could be that you've gone through a breakup or something because it's definitely material from what I'm picking up. And mainly because it's from the manifestation from the meditation that I had, that I feel like. But you're going to be going into good things, and that's all about those manifestations that you're coming in. And you could be even a case of manifesting, but you're also going to remember there's all about action. So manifesting is about advising spirit or advising the universe, whatever you want, advising your angels. This is what I want, this is what I bring in. And the angels and universe, divine power, they go, okay. And they create a path to that thing. If you don't listen to it, you'll end up over here, or you'll end up looping back to where you were. So it's always good to listen to the signs and be aware of the signs. If you're getting the numbers 444, why? Look it up. I recommend Sacred Scribe. I do usually leave an angel number of the day on my videos, so check that out. It does have a link in there. And work it out. And then from there, work out, okay, I'm seeing the signs here. What does that mean? And really sit with your angels to understand. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards for this collective and see what else is coming in for you. Okay. Miss Spiderweb, reconsider your alliances, make new connections. Again, we got the new connections or new friends. So you also got the hedgehog love, which is positive, uplifting friends. So there could be people that are in your circle at the moment who might not be the most uplifting. Look, as mentioned, you might have someone who gives you a reality check, and that person's probably looking out for you. But you might also have the people who are in that negative space with you, or they're the type of people who do bring you down because they enable you in a ways. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying it, you may have outlived or outgrown this connection. And especially if it's a case where they go, yeah, your life sucks. Like, what can you do? There's nothing you can do. And then you got both of these. So a new Dragoling Garden, a new world is born. And this one here is all about the new opportunities and everything. And I'm going to be saying, with the Sacred Beetle armor, you have a mighty shield. Whatever you're wanting to go into, whatever you're being manifesting, you're being trying to stay guarded and stuff. Okay, so don't allow yourself to go back into that moment. And that's what I'm feeling with this, is don't allow yourself to go back to this moment, because I think if you keep moving on the horizon of good things coming in, keeping that mindset of programming yourself to, instead of saying I can't, saying how can I, and thinking in a ways of, universe, show me how. Show me how good it can get. Show me how can I afford this. Show me how I can get my dream house. Show me how I can get my dream car. Whatever it is, show me how I can get my dream relationship. Whatever it is, you need to keep up. And with this, there are certain times where it's okay to put your armor up or put your barriers up. Whenever you're in crowds or with people that you're not too sure on, that is when you should have your barriers up and your armor. But you don't want to keep your armor up all the time, because it becomes an impact to you and it becomes very draining to you, because you're not feeling genuine here. You're not feeling yourself. And you could even have that imposter syndrome where when you have conversations with people, you just feel this is not the right thing for you. This is not the right message. This is not, and you might be sitting here shaking your head right now going, this is not the message for me, but it is what it is. This is what it is. I think I'm going to leave this one here for today, but I will end off for this collective with a final message. Way too many came out. Okay. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. I am worthy of unconditional love. I open my heart to life's infinite possibilities. And this one is from Archangel Raphael. As a vibrational matchmaker, I can draw deeply powerful relationships into your life, both romantic and platonic. Okay, I'm not going to read all these, but I will flash them out. These must have come out funny, or they must have been in the deck funny. Say thank you so much for coming in for the reading. And if you're wanting a actual personal one-on-one, I do have links down below. You can pick from multiple different sessions available. And once you do pick a session, you can actually go through the process of actually booking in your slot. I have the exact times that I am available. And I will see you wonderful angels in the next video. Bye.